We often see the Anunnaki first as Sumerian gods in the Sumerian tablets, then in Akkadian texts, in the Hittites and in various civilizations that have survived to the present day, and even in various civilizations all over the world, and when history approaches us. We often see such beings mentioned in mythologies and belief systems in stories and epics. To briefly describe the Anunnaki, when we say Sumerian gods, we do not actually see them as irreligious, but as a definition that includes humanoids with superhuman characteristics, based on the hierarchy of that time. We cannot call them humans here because the place they come from is the sky, which is the source of the Abrahamic religions. And they have a lot of technology and incredibly long lifespans, incredible technological abilities, architecture, mathematics, writing, very different features. You cannot call this an ordinary person, and they have hierarchies within themselves. Of course they were called gods at that time, because there was no Abrahamic religion yet. What we call heavenly religion is the last prophet Hz, Muhammad, and the prophet, punctuated by the Holy Quran, and Hz, Muhammad, whose written knowledge and communication we regard as a milestone before now. The birth of Jesus, that is, 0, before that Hz, Moses, Hz, it was formed from the written books that came with David and the prophets and covers such a period. Was there no God before this? Surely there was, but under what religion was that God worshipped? There is no Prophet Muhammad, there is no Islam, of course, there will be another belief system. This should not be surprising, we have encountered their advanced and updated versions. Of course, in researching the originality before these current sources, the sources are very limited, and when they are handled based on interpretation, they give various results. Where did we learn about these Anunnaki? A whole of beings translated as Anunnaki, descendants of Anu, a chain of extraterrestrial beings called Anu, who came from the sky in Sumerian tablets, and is also the King of Kings. The biggest step in presenting these to people was Zecharia Sitchin, a Jew of Azeri origin. He researched and discussed this issue in great detail. He has very important research and very serious studies on this subject. In his research, Zecharia Sitchin stated that there is a planet called Nibiru outside the Earth, and that this planet is a structure thought to belong to the sea satellite of Sirius. He briefly mentions that there is an interaction between civilizations. However, Zecharia Sitchin mentions Enki's 14 lost tablets and some issues in his research and books, which Sumerologists and historians strongly oppose. So who is this Enki? There is a Sumerian cylindrical seal dating back to 3000 BC in the Berlin History Museum. Sumerians were certifying documents with these seals. There is a depiction of god Enki and the solar system on the seal, but the number of planets is one more than we know. The Sumerians called this planet Nibiru. According to their beliefs, the Anunnaki came from this planet they called Nibiru. God Enki is the eldest son of Anu, the 10th king of the Anunnaki, and he also has a brother Enlil. According to beliefs and research, their fathers are the same, their mothers are different, and they are extraterrestrial beings. Enki's mother is from the Draco constellation. He goes by the name Draman Nimul and is most likely a Draco reptilian. Since Enki's mother is a different species, Enki's hybrid brother Enlil is pure Anunnaki. For this reason, it is thought that Enki always remained in the background from his brother Enlil, and that there was a conflict between them, and that Enki represented evil. In fact, Marduk, the god of Babylon, is the son of Enki. In Sumerians we call it Enki. In esoteric organizations it is Lucifer, that is, Prometheus, Satan, who brings the light. In Indian mythology it is Shiva, in Greeks it is Poseidon, in Egypt it is Ta, and in Masonic societies it is Baphomet, that is, Enki, the god of Satanism. In Sumerian texts, it is written in Wazez Ilmi Kuk's books about Enki that demons were created from the dirt of Enki's nails. It is written that he was also created from fire, which is why they portray Enki as the devil today. It is absolutely wrong to call the Anunnaki creators. They are thought to affect human DNA, but we cannot call these beings God because their influence does not mean that they created humans. According to Sumerologists and historians, when the Anunnaki appeared or came to the world, since the psychic powers and frequencies of human beings were higher than them, human beings could do with their emotions and thoughts what they could do with tools and equipment, that is, they had psychic powers enough to move rocks and objects. Later, these powers were blunted as a result of the interventions made by the Anunnaki in human DNA. There is something very misunderstood in the Quran. We know Adam and Eve as the first humans, but the Quran does not say that Adam and Eve are the first humans, and even says many times that they are not the first humans. It is stated that we destroyed many human and jinn tribes before Adam and Eve and destroyed races superior to yours. Who are the races that are said to be superior to us, of course? Of course, the Sumerian gods Anunnaki. In other words, he destroyed them. How did he destroy them? He destroyed Mu, he destroyed Atlantis, and then he completely destroyed them from this dimension with the Wall of Dulcarnain. Let's talk about Mu and Atlantis. According to history and science, it is certain that there was a nuclear war in the ancient age. In the nuclear war that took place in ancient times, species from Sirius and other planets affiliated with them fought alongside humans against the Anunnaki and their allies. The name of that war is Maharata. As a result of this war, with the help of the Syrians, humans and elf-like beings, or a species we can call Agartha, built underground cities and formed the Agartha civilization. Agartha represents the positive region in frequency, and the negative region is Shambhala. According to research, Agartha is the place where people lived in ancient times. After these wars, people left Agartha and built Mu, and lived peacefully among their own species for a while. Later, those who were affected by negative aspects separated from the continent of Mu and founded Atlantis. As a result of the war that broke out when Atlantis was under the influence of negative aspects and technology, 2 continents were destroyed. In fact, when Atlantis came together with evil extraterrestrials and took action to destroy both the world and Mu, it destroyed both Mu itself and all knowledge. It is thought that as a result of this war, the Anunnaki returned to Nibiru, but their hybrids were still on Earth, while the Syrians were completely gone from the world. In other words, it is absolutely wrong to use the title of creator for the Anunnaki. They called them God because they had a technology superior to that of that time, and the people of that period could not make sense of this technology and development. The Anunnaki negatively affected and changed human DNA. But this does not mean that they created humans. Even though the Anunnaki have left the world, the hybrids they left behind in the world and the people we call blue blood still continue their existence in the world and are still in contact with the Anunnaki, although not physically. I am Maris. If you like our videos, do not forget to subscribe.